Welcome to the show, viewers. This is Sport and TV, your #1 leading sports channel, and today we are going to bring you up to speed with the matches that took place over the weekend and try to put into context what really happened during the weekend. We saw that Arsenal did play against Brentford and it ended in a 1-1 draw. Manchester United against Leeds, it was a 2-0 win for Manchester United. Garnacho and Marcus Rashford being the scorers. And Newcastle also played and the match ended also in stalemate, that is 1-1. And Manchester City also played against Aston Villa and it was a 3-1 victory for Manchester City. Rodri, Gundogan and Mahrez being the top scorers. Chelsea also played against West Ham and it ended on a 1-1 draw. Joao Felix being the scorer for Chelsea. And today, before I forget, I have Coach Maish.
Yeah, thank you.
And
it's always a pleasure.
Also a pleasure, Coach Maish. And Coach Maish is going to help me try to bring you up to speed on what really transpired during the weekend. Quickly, we'll just take you through the log. And we still have Arsenal at the summit of the log, having played 21 matches on 51 points. Man City have played 22 matches and they have 48 points. Manchester United are at third with 46 points, having played 23 matches. Newcastle United is at fourth, having played 22 games and they have 41 points. Tottenham is at fifth and they have played a total of 23 matches and they have 39 points. Chelsea have played 22 matches and they have 31 points. Chelsea are currently at 9 and Liverpool have played 20 matches and they have 29 points. So Coach Maish, if I may just bring you in, we saw that Arsenal once again did drop points against Brentford. Your take on that, Coach Maish?
Now, the weekend, as I told you earlier on, that there is no team that is just a walkover. Every team always come prepared. And I think Brentford have proved that they are a team to reckon with. And I do believe it is not the first time that they are beating Arsenal or have a draw with Arsenal. There was last season they also beat Arsenal in a game, in the Premiership game, and I do believe they have got good quality. That match, I think Arsenal was losing, if not at all, that they made a draw, but then ultimately Brentford were the better side.
By Arsenal drawing the match, Coach Maish, 1-1, do you think now that the title race once again is open? Because as we speak, the teams which are in the top 4 have a very clear chance of clinching this title this season.
As I said earlier on, is everybody's game, because now more than ever, Arsenal are losing the grip to be on top of the table. So I do believe with the 2 draws, now I think teams are feeling that they are beatable and they are not just invisible as they thought they were. So I do believe that this contention is bringing the game into open, and it is anybody's game. Anybody between Man City and Arsenal, and then might be Manchester is a pretender, and Newcastle. Now I do believe it is anyone's game.
It's anyone's game, of course. We see that Arsenal still have 2 games in hand, and this weekend, on Wednesday, they will play, they have a match against Manchester City, and keeping in mind that Arsenal have not met Man City this season. Coach Maish, the 2 matches that Arsenal have to play against the current EPL title holders, that is Man City, do you think that it has any bearing towards determining who will have the last laugh, that is lifting the EPL trophy this season?
Yeah, evidently, it has a bearing on the Premiership standing, given that they are the 2 leading teams, and whomever comes out winning will carry the day, because it will definitely show that they are on top of their game, and I do believe that if Manchester City wins, now I think they will topple the group standing, and that one will be up to any team that wins the game. If Arsenal comes on top, then I do believe then they would have given a clear sounding war cry that they are in this to win.
Now, is Arsenal by any chance now feeling the heat, being at the summit of that table up to now? And we can see that Saka and Martinelli are not that, they are not now firing from all cylinders, and somehow their game has come down to some point, and Arsenal is hurting. Your take on that, Coach Maish? Is the heat so much for Arsenal to bear?
Most definitely. Because as I told you earlier on, every team is trying to play Arsenal and feels that if at all they can measure up to the Arsenal game, now they are good to go. So every team comes prepared, knowing that if they face Arsenal and beat them, now they are good in their position. So I do believe every team will come and try to win against Arsenal. I think Arsenal has opened the Pandora's box, and I do believe every time any team comes to play Arsenal, I think they will be coming to look for a win.
Anytime, any day that a team is coming to us to play against Arsenal, of course they have to pull their socks. Now, Coach, today and over the weekend, they also drew against Brentford 1-1. Arsenal did took the lead by courtesy of Trossard goal, but somehow Brentford did manage to come back into the game, and they scored towards the run of play by Ivan Toney. Is it now a matter of Arsenal not scoring so many goals? Is it affecting them?
Yeah, when you are on top of your game, now I think the best thing you can do is to win. Now, a draw or a loss will always hurt you. So eventually you will see that if at all Arsenal don't win any game, now they will be dropping some points, and eventually those who are contenders and pretenders in that context will come into picture. So definitely Arsenal should not be losing any game, and they should not be drawing at any point if at all they want to win this league.
It seems that Arteta is losing the fight at a very critical stage of this Premier League. And what do you think that Arteta can bring in and maybe try to tell his charges now? It's only a few games remaining before we see the end of the tunnel. Coach, your take on Arteta?
Unless they treat each game as a final, now I do believe they are losing the grip of being on top of their game. So I do believe also if at all there is somebody they are missing, I think it's Gabriel Jesus, and if at all he will get well soon, now I think that will change. It will be a game changer to Arsenal game plan.
Well, Arsenal are now missing Gabriel Jesus, of course. And now let's move on to Manchester City, the reigning EPL champions, and they are neck to neck with Arsenal, the gap being only 5 points, and this week, and it will be fireworks, of course. And we saw that Manchester City won their match against Aston Villa 3-1, 3-1. And Coach, if I may just bring you in, what is now Pep Guardiola doing right? Because we have seen that of late they have not been that dangerous going forward. Haaland is not scoring the goals, and the streak that is started with when the league began, somehow it has managed to cool off. Your take on this Manchester City side, Coach Maish?
Now I think Man City is having a problem. I quoted last time that when you see some players being shipped out, then you feel that there's something that is not right with our team. Now, given that even yesterday's game, when they were playing. I do believe we saw that there was a commotion when Grealish won a penalty. You could see that everybody wanted to take the penalty, and there was some discomfort in their players. So I do believe there is a problem. If at all you can't come up with who is going to take a penalty, then I think wholesomely there should be some problem, and unless the coach addresses that issue, now I do believe those players are having a problem going forward, and that's why you see that they are not winning as they used to win by big margin. They are winning by a very small margin, and Haaland is not even in the picture. So I do believe there's a problem in that squad.
There's a problem in Manchester City dressing room, going by the words of Coach Maish. If I may just bring you back a bit, we saw that when the season started, Haaland was in, his form was just top-notch. He was epic, and he was just scoring goals for fun. But we've seen of late that he has now slowed down, and Manchester City is not that dominant. Is it a matter of now Haaland, how much do you think now he has impacted this Manchester City positively or negatively?
Now, like yesterday's game, I do believe he played a very pivotal role, because he's the one who brought across that scored the second goal by Gundogan. Now I do believe, if you will see that he's a good player, only that I don't think they are feeding him with the goals. Anytime you feed Haaland with the balls, you will see that he is a dangerous player. So I do believe now he is having a dry spell because the balls are not coming to him. Now I do believe if at all they will feed him with balls, he is good to go. He's a good player, anytime.
Of course, Haaland is a goal poacher, and if the likes of Mahrez, the likes of Bernardo Silva, and of course De Bruyne do feed Haaland with the balls, of course, expect them to be at the back of the net.
Yes.
Now, moving forward to Manchester United, who are currently in third. We saw that they won the match 2-0, the scorers being Marcus Rashford and Garnacho. And in the previous fixture, when they did face the same team, Leeds United, they drew 2-2, and it was a comeback for Manchester United. But yesterday, they did manage to kill off the game and finally went on to win the match. Coach, your take on this Manchester United team?
Now, I do believe Ten Hag is having the best time of his career, and given that he has a very squad to rotate, and you can see sometimes he is not even using Fred, and you can see that it's working for the better of that team, and you can see that Rashford is on top of his game, and he is scoring in every game that he is given a chance to do that. Now I do believe he's a game changer. He's the one who is calling the shot, and I do believe he's getting the best out of Rashford.
Getting the best out of Rashford, and as a matter of fact, Rashford, after coming from the World Cup, he has played a total of 20 matches, and,
yes.
And in those 20 matches he has scored 11 goals and 8 in 9 EPL outings. And as a matter of fact, he has managed to overtake the record which the legendary Manchester United Eric Cantona, who had 71 goals, and as you speak, Rashford has managed to beat that record, and now he is on 71 goals. And now, before we move on, I'd just like to talk about Marcus Rashford, and he has made so far 15 appearances, and he has 13 goals and a total of 5 assists, scoring after every 62. Now, Coach, back to this Manchester United. We saw that now Ten Hag he has his first 11, and where after Casemiro being shown a straight red card, we've seen that Manchester United somehow have managed to recollect themselves and they won the match yesterday. Is it a tactical genius from this Erik ten Hag team?
Yes, I do believe that given that Leeds United have always been a thorn in the flesh, even when they were in the league in the last time, and you could see that every time that the Leeds got the ball, they were always dangerous. They were always giving the defenders hard time, and you could just tell that they are a bogey team to Manchester United. So I do believe the coach worked out his plans well, and going forward, I think his tactics were so good, because bringing in Garnacho and assuring him that he believes in him. Now Garnacho, more than ever, is somebody who's coming out of the junior team and is performing, and you will see that he is when he comes out of the bench, he is a good poacher and a good scorer. Now I do believe he is bringing the best out of Garnacho.
As you have said earlier,
Yes.
The top 4 teams are in the title race. Is Manchester United, Coach Maish, is Manchester United in this title race for the EPL trophy?
Yes, as I said earlier, there are those contenders and there are pretenders. The contenders are Arsenal and Man City, but then there are 2 pretenders who are Newcastle United and Manchester United. So I do believe they are just lacking in the shadow. In any case, if any team fails to bring the best out of them, the 2 teams, now I think Manchester United will come out in the picture. Given that they have a good run, they are not losing in their matches, and they are just closing the gap. Now, at the moment, Arsenal have 5 points, 6 of 5 points, and given how Arsenal are playing, now I do believe that they are deemed even to lose more points. Yeah.
Arsenal are deemed to lose more points. Now let's move on to this Antonio Conte team, that is Tottenham. We saw that last week they managed to defeat Manchester City, and it started their Premier League again. They come and lose a game against this Leicester City team. A thorough beating. It was a 4-1 score margin in favor of Leicester City. Coach, your take on this Tottenham?
Now I think there have been a resurgence in the Leicester team, and I do believe that they felt that they were going down the drain into relegation, so they had to pull their socks. And I do believe the two games that they have played, they have shown that they want to survive in this league, and they want to play even on the top tier. So I do believe it's a resurgence of Leicester, other than the drop of Tottenham, because I told you earlier on, those teams that are facing relegation are very, very dangerous, and we can see that Leicester were down the drain, and so we do believe they are doing good.
Leicester are doing good. And as we try to wrap this up, we can't end the show without mentioning the other 2 teams, that is Chelsea and Liverpool. So Coach, I would just like you to summarize this up. We saw that Chelsea drew their match against West Ham, and the scorer being Joe Felix. And Chelsea is at 9th, a very weird place for them to be at the moment, and Liverpool are in 10th position, and a very awkward place for them to be at the moment. And today is a derby, a Merseyside derby, and Liverpool will be playing tonight. So Coach Maish, in a nutshell, in just seconds, Chelsea, Liverpool, what do you think is going on between these 2 teams?
They will come of age. They are a team to reckon with, and I do believe, given time, Liverpool and Chelsea will find their groove back, and they will come back hot as they they have a good squad and they have got a self-belief in them. So I do believe they are coming up, even though they are having a hard time, and think they will catch up with the rest of the time.
Liverpool and Chelsea will of course catch up with the rest of the teams who are currently at the summit of this EPL title, and of course today we'll bring you up to speed and we'll keep tabs on the matches which is taking place tonight, and that is Liverpool against Everton, the Merseyside derby. As for us and Coach Maish, it's a wrap for us, and hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye for us. Do remember to keep it Sport TV.